Welcome back everybody to this video tutorial series on the post-processing of the liver. Just to recap what we've done so far, we've scanned the plastinated organ using the Polycam app on the iPhone. Then we imported those files into Blender where we modified it, we enhanced the image, we modified the textures, and now we're ready to take a picture. To look through the camera lens of what your picture is going to look like, you can hit this toggle camera view, or you can click the 0 button as well, and that's going to get you to look through the camera. As you can see, the liver is not centered. If we would try to move around at all, it's just going to take us out of the camera view. To prevent that from happening so we can move the camera around, we're going to you can either come up here to this little arrow, or you can press the N button, and that is going to allow us to come over here and lock the camera view. Great. So now whenever we move the object, it actually is moving the position of the camera as well. And you can see that if we leave the camera view, this camera has moved from being over here to now being over here. Okay. Now, as you can see, if we look through, there's going to be a lot of shadows. This is because we are in rendered view. There's a couple of ways that we can fix these shadows. First of all, we can go over here. If we do Control Copy and then Control Paste, and then we do Grab Z, we can move these all around, and I'm sure that there's a better way to do this than what I'm doing. But you can modify it so that the light sources are hitting different spots, but as you can see, it's pretty finicky, and you're going to have to do a lot of adjustments to make sure that all the light's equal. The better version is just to take the lights out of the equation by hitting the Material Preview tab. Okay, so now it doesn't matter where we have these light sources, it's not going to affect the liver at all. Okay, so we're going to go back into our view, and if we were to just take a picture, there'd be all these grids and there'd be these axis lines, and it would cause us quite a bit of work later on when we're actually trying to put this into a paper or a PowerPoint. So we're going to try to make the background transparent. To do that, let's go over here. We're going to go into click this camera, the render tab. We're going to go down and open up this film tab here, select transparent. So then in the rendered tab, it's going to render it as a transparent image. The next thing we need to do is get rid of all of the grid and the axis and everything. We'll click on that to get rid of the show overlays. And this is roughly what our picture is going to look like, which I think looks pretty good. So next, let's check the view button and the viewport render image. And you can see all of these check boxes. That means that this background is going to be a transparent image. This looks pretty good. How about we save it? Click Image, then Save As, and I want this to go into this liver picture. We'll call this the liver transparent, and then I will save as an image. If we come over to the PowerPoint, let's say we're making a PowerPoint of the liver, we'll go to the liver, and we'll just drag this in here, and you can see that that is a transparent liver that we made from Blender.